Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my first lesson of D1, chapter number 9, that is about ratio, rate, time and speed. In this class, students, we will be learning and discussing the basic concepts and the rules and types and notation for ratio. Ratio is one of the most important concepts of your mathematics class. So let's first try to understand that what is ratio. A ratio is the simple mathematical term used for comparing two or more quantities that are measured in the same unit. Okay, so it means that ratio is the comparison of two quantities which are in the same unit. Coming to the second important concept, that what are the common types of ratio? There are two common types of ratio. One is part to part and the other is part to whole. Let's try to understand that what is the meaning of part to part and part to whole ratio. Let's take the example and idea when we are taking the ratio of the orange juice to sugar. Then it's the example of part to part ratio. Here we are comparing the amount of two ingredients. But coming to the second type of the ratio, that is part to whole ratio, the ratio of the lemon juice to lemonade is part to whole. Look here, what we are doing, that we are taking the ratio of lemon juice to lemonade, that in order to make the drink, how much lemon juice we are putting in that. Here we are comparing, or we are making the comparison of one ingredient to sum of all ingredients. So before going to the solution of the question, you have to clearly understand that whether it's a part to part ratio or part to whole ratio. Coming to third important concept of today's class, that what are the notations for the ratio, that how to write the ratio. Ratios are represented in the forms, two forms or notations. The first one is the odds notation and the second is the fractional notation. Let's try to understand what is odds notation. In the odds notation, we use two dots, they are read as colon, that is, and we read it as A is 2, that is 2 is to 3. In the fractional notation, the ratios are represented in fractional form, that is, the question is given like 4 is to 3, 4 ratio 7, or we can write it as 4 by 7. So students, I hope you are clear through this lesson that what is the idea of ratio, what are the common types, and what are the notations used to write the ratio. For better understanding of the next class, you all have to watch and understand and practice these all three terms clearly. I will be going really slow in these lessons because these lessons I'm making specially for my junior students of class 6 and 7, my Bacha Party, and these lessons are equally important for my O1, O2 and O3 students. So please watch and understand these lessons carefully. Please watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.